right. So here, let me see. All right, so I wanted just to go over the exterior triangle sum theorem. And so here, if we have a triangle, basically what I gave you in the notes is that any angle that is inside the triangle, so here like angle A, angle B, and angle C, these here are interior angles. Okay, and so then anytime that you have an angle that's outside of the triangle itself, so here for example, angle 1 would be outside. This is what we call an exterior angle. Okay, and so here the theorem is simply telling us that angle A plus angle B, and so these are actually the angles that are inside, okay, are going to be equal to the angle that is outside. So the exterior angle here. So angle 1 is equal to the sum of angle A plus angle B. Okay, really important for us to note here that angle A and angle B are what they call non-adjacent, so they're not touching angle 1. So we couldn't include angle C in here. It has to be A and B, the two angles that are inside the triangle that are not touching angle 1, right? Adjacent meaning that it's right next to it. So angle A and angle B are not right next to angle 1. Therefore, that's how we can use this. Okay, so now using this, I'm going to go ahead and go over some of your homework problems here. So it says find the measure of each angle indicated. So here for one, we have our angles, and so I always like to know, is my angle going to be inside the triangle or is it outside? And so here I like to just kind of mark the inside. So I have the inside of the triangle, so that'll be the 71 degrees plus the question mark. So the inside of the triangle is going to equal the angle that's outside, the exterior angle. So here that's going to equal the 105. Okay, and so here if we want to solve for our question mark, we're going to go ahead and subtract the 71 from both sides. Okay, and so then our question mark here is simply going to be, sorry, I'm going to open up my calculator really quick, the 105 minus the 71. So that'll be 34. And then our unit here would be degrees. So that would be our answer there. Okay. Number 2 is going to be the same exact thing. I'm going to set the angle that is outside equal to the two angles that are inside. Okay. So here I'll have the 86 plus the question mark is going to equal the 158. Okay, and I'll let you guys solve from there. Okay, this one's the same type of problem, but it's a little bit different in that the two angles that are inside are now given. So here I would have the 81 plus the 52, and that's now going to equal the exterior angle, which here is the question mark. So then here I would simply add them. So I would have the 81 plus the 52, and that would give me the 133 is equal to the question mark. Okay, and so here would be degrees. For the form, don't put the degree sign, just put the 133, okay? Because if not, it's going to mark it wrong. And so I went back and I gave you guys points. So on those, the points are just for me to see how you're doing, okay? I want you to try every single problem. With that said, I don't want you to just to guess, just to complete the problems. I actually want to see that you're working them out, which is why I have you upload your work. But I am giving you full points for trying, okay? So just make sure that you're working them out and you'll still get your points there. All right, I did have question 4. So this is question 4, so let's go ahead and go over this problem completely. So once again, we're going to be using the exterior angle sum theorem, and the reason it's called the exterior is because we're looking for one of the exterior angles are included here. So we're looking for the question mark, and we know that the exterior angle is going to be equal to the two interior angles. And so here the two interior angles would be the 96 and the 26. Okay, and so then here if we want to find our question mark, then we would simply add these. So we have the 96 plus the 26, and that would give us the 122 degrees. Okay, so once again, your answer for the form is simply going to be 122. There's no spaces, there's no X, there's no question mark. Just give me the answer, the number itself. All right. Question number 5, now it's asking us to solve for x. So these, instead of just giving us measurements like 1 through 4, now we're actually setting up equations and then solving for the variable here. Same exact setup. Okay, we have an angle outside, which is going to equal the 2 angles inside. Okay, so inside is equal to the outside. So we have the 7x minus the 3 plus the 5x minus the 5, and that's going to equal 100. So here we're going to combine our like terms. So we have 7x plus 5x leaves us with 12x. We have the negative 3 minus the 5, which is going to give us the negative 8, and that's going to give us 100. To get x by itself, we're going to do the inverse operation, which is add 8 to both sides. Leaves us with 12x, and then here we have 108, and so 108 divided by 12 is going to leave us with 9. So our x here is equal to 9. Okay, so once again, when you enter your answer into the Google form, just go ahead and write 9. That'll be the number. You don't have to put x equals. If you do put x equals, don't put any spaces in between. But I just encourage you to write the 9. That way you can make sure that you get the credit for knowing it. All right. Number 6 is going to be the same setup here. So I'm going to do this one, and then I'll jump to number 9, what you guys had more questions there. So same thing. We have our exterior angle. Okay. And then that's going to be set equal to the 2 interior angles here, which is our blue. Okay, so here we have the 83 plus the 6x plus 15 is equal to the 10 plus 17x. All right, so combine like terms. So we have the 183 and the 15, which leaves us with 98 plus 6x is equal to 10 plus 17x. Okay, we want the x's on the same side, so we're going to do the inverse operation, subtract 6x from both sides. It's going to cancel out there. We get 98 is equal to 10, and then the 17 minus the 6 leaves us with 11x. We want to get rid of the 10, so we're going to do the inverse operation to both sides, so subtract 10. And so here we get 88 is equal to 11x. I want the x to be by itself, so I'm going to divide by 11, and so therefore x is equal to 8 here. Okay, and so once again, when you're typing in your answers, just go ahead and give me the 8. Okay, I'm going to skip 7 and 8, so it's the same setup, so that way you guys can work those out. And so number 9 here is going to be the same setup as number 6, with the exception is now it's not asking me to find x, now it's asking me to find the measure of angle U. Okay, so the measure of angle U, if you guys see, angle U is here. Okay, so it's asking me to find what is 3x plus 12. So in order for me to be able to do that, I have to solve for x first. So it's still going to be the same setup. I have an exterior angle, which is 114. I have 2 interior angles here and here. So I'm going to set those equal to each other. Okay, so I have the 3x plus 12 plus the 9x plus 6 is equal to the 114. Okay, combine my like terms. So I have 3x plus 9x is going to leave me with 12x. I have 12 plus 6, which is going to leave me with 18. Okay, subtract 18 from both sides. So I have 12x is equal to, and then let me do this one really quick. So we have 114 minus the 18 gives me 96. I want to divide that by 12. And so x here is equal to 8. And so our answer here is not 8. We're not done with the problem. Now that we know that x is 8, now we have to plug it in to the angle U. Okay, so our angle U, so the measure of angle U is equal to 3x plus 12. We know that x is 8, so it would be 3 times 8 plus 12. And so 3 times 8 would leave us with 24. 24 plus 12 is going to leave us with 36. And so our answer here would be 36 degrees. And so for U on on the Google form, just go ahead and write 36, and that'll be your final answer there. Okay. Number 10 is just like number 9, so I'm not going to set it up because I want you guys to go ahead and work that one out on your own. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and exit the screen now.